One of the best things that I like to do on my spare time is just get more into details with my motivational like quotes that I read or sometimes that I say out loud, because most of the time I give really good advice and I like the feedback that I give to myself. So in order for me to kind of get that, sometimes I kind of have to force myself to do some of these videos. That way I could just get more into detail of my own thoughts. Meaning that, sometimes I have so much great knowledge within myself. I'm just always on the run, always doing projects, always moving things that I kind of tend to forget and leave that on the side. And I love it because I'm able to express myself, help somebody in need, and give myself that reassurance again of remembering again of those thoughts that I have within myself. So this is why I like to be like a motivational speaker, because most of these times that I've been talking about giving speeches and all that, or just giving advice in general, is just things that I've learned, been through, or just people have expressed themselves to me, or I'll just read on a quote on a book. And I like that because, the more I'm able to learn and to express myself in those emotions, those thoughts, those songs, and my art, is just a better understanding of myself, and the more understanding that I get within other people. Meaning that if I'm able to get the best out of myself while doing this, and I get the best out of yourself, that's the point of it. I want to be that person that's gonna be there. You could just come back to my video and just be like, oh, okay, I like this feedback, let me go and give it a try, and then it works out better for you. That's the point. I've always been like that. I've always helped people without even noticing, and that's what I like. That's why I do this. This is what I like to do besides everything else that I do. And the more I get into it, the more I perfect my skills, and the more I'm able to kind of pick my own brain and my own thoughts process. And I love it. I'm able to get more of myself, the real person within myself, that sometimes I will kind of neglect and kind of leave on the side. And it sucks, because there's a lot of people out there with great knowledge inside of them. It's just sometimes they're afraid to speak it, they're afraid to show it. And hopefully I give you some motivation to be that. You don't have to be a motivational speaker, but just expressing yourself more in a more proper manner for yourself. You never know, you might be that person that people look up to, and you might not even know, just because they might be shy on telling you, or even just some people have big egos like that, and some people just don't have the tendency to tell people like that. So this is what I do. I like it. If I'm able to inspire you, even better. So I get inspired myself as well. So inspired to be inspired, this is one of my best things that I like to do, so I could get back inspired. I always like to inspire people so I could get inspired again. And the way that I do this is really complex. I always like to think outside the box, and just try to do the most. I live my day to day. I love to do what I do. I just love to live life in general, and I get inspired by a lot of people. I get inspired by the person that just can be in any room. Why? Because you don't know what they go through. You don't know their hustle. You don't know their grind. I'm always on my grind. I'm always on my hustle. I'm always trying to be creative. I'm an entrepreneur. So the more I'm able to get into depth and dive into different genres of things, the more I'm able to learn. And I love that. I've always been like that as a kid. I've always been around people. I've always tried to inspire people. I've always tried to inspire myself. And most of the time, when it comes to decisions, when you got to find that inspiration within yourself, you gotta just dive deep into yourself. Remember those times that you want to get better from, or those moments that you don't want to go through again. And that's what something that really inspired me a lot. I get inspired by just the hardworking person, that could just be living down the street, working hard at whatever they work at. Why? Because that's something to be inspired by. Something that I like to look into the future. I want to be that person that's able to help people in general, kids, adults, to get through their day-to-day life. Just to have something to look up to, something just to be more satisfied with themselves. And it's not like I'm a people's pleaser. It's more just like I like the psychological mind on how things and people work. So I always like to use myself as a test subject, and I always try to learn from that. And one of my greatest inspirations is getting inspired to be inspired. In other words, sometimes you never know who you might inspire to be inspired by later in the future, or even just the impact that they have. And I like that when people try. It shows that they have motivation, they have the mindset to give it a try, and that right there is something amazing that a lot of people don't admire enough and don't give it enough credit. Sometimes it's cool to try new things, and when I say new things, I mean in positive mindset things. It might lead you to something that you never knew that it was gonna be a creation of something that you were meant to do. I say it's because there's a lot of things that I've done in a positive manner that I did that caused a lot of good domino. Sometimes when I do some of these motivational quotes, I don't know what to say. Sometimes I just press record and whatever pops in my head, I say. So in this case, I really got nothing in my head right now. I got like so many quotes and so many things I could say, but right now I don't know. I'm just spacing out. I really don't got a lot to say. But the fact that I'm still saying something is the fact that I'm trying, and is the fact that I'm learning and I'm growing as I know. Meaning, in other words, sometimes you just gotta press play on something and you don't even know if it might motivate somebody, or if not, you're gonna get better of a skill or mindset. This is what I've done a lot of my times. Sometimes I just do. I just do. Like, yeah, obviously I think about things, but sometimes I'm just like, all right, bet. I want to do that. All right, nah, I didn't like it. All right, let me go this way. I won't go that way. Okay, I will look that way. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't know. I'm just really like that. I just like to be trying new things, but in a positive way. Not too insane. Not too insane. I'm being more productive in my mind space and all that, and not just go wild and just think about just like that, always on the run. I feel like I was always like that in the past. So now I'm just taking more breaths in. I'm trying to stay more calm and be better on my decision makings. and just understand that sometimes it's better to take your time on things, and that's what I'm learning. And for a while, I was just just trying to like always asking why can't I get this or that, and I work so hard and I got all this talent and all that, and I'm just everything works in a reason and in a specific way. So sometimes you just gotta tell yourself that one day or someday, and I would always tell myself that. So that's why I always go from this to that, always knowing that, it is what it is. I'm gonna get always what I want. And I've always been like that. Sometimes you just gotta be that you gotta have that mind space, because letting things go and not knowing what's gonna happen is always the best thing to do, because it just takes a big load off of you, and you're able to think clearly and just be more yourself in a positive way. So that's something that I've always been doing, and I've been getting better at that, and that's how I feel a lot better, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more better in my own way, on the way I'm expressing myself and all that great stuff. So yeah, I don't even know how I started this video, but look how it ended. I was talking about